Oh my god. So what they technically did is that they baited the Brazilian fans, gave them hope that yeah, Samara is gonna make it, and then they just pulled the rug beneath her feet and did not let her debut. Now you're listening to Panama 514. Okay, hi. Today we're going to be finally talking about Dream Academy's final lineup, which the name of the group is Cat's Eye. Honestly, I do like the group name. I feel like it sounds really, really cool. It kind of reminds me of the Pussycat Dolls, and I feel like with this girl group, they're gonna go for a much more fierce, bolder concept, which I feel like 5 out of the 6 girls can fit perfectly into. And I feel like if there is a proper concept and lore laid out with the Cat's Eye name, then it's gonna make more sense and people are gonna start to like it more for the people who don't like it at the moment. Because I remember when New Jeans was announced and I'm like, what kind of name is New Jeans? But then you learn the meaning and everything and how that is incorporated into their marketing and brand, their aesthetic and their concept. Then you're like, okay, fine, this actually sounds pretty cool. So I feel like hopefully that will be with Cat's Eye, because HYBE, at least they know how to give their groups proper concepts and help them stand out. So that is it. So out of the 10 final list, only 6 of the girls were able to debut. I watched the finale this morning. Like, I literally got up at 8 and then the finale started airing, I think at like 9 o'clock, or was it 10 from where I am from at least. And honestly, I was not expecting this finale to air so early in the morning from where I'm at least, because normally survival show finales for me air like late at night, like at 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. So it was like I had to get up early in the morning to watch the Dream Academy finale, which is insane. I feel like things have been insane. And so let's talk about this final lineup. So let's talk about the rankings, you could say. So first place went to Sophia, and she is of course representing the Philippines. I am really happy for her. I mean, everybody knew that she was going to debut, but knowing HYBE and their previous war crimes, I was like, oh my god, what if HYBE makes a stupid mistake and does not include Sophia in the lineup? But thankfully she made it, and she 100% deserves it. I feel like Sophia has delivered in every single performance, and she is a fan favorite for a reason. Of course, for second place, it went to Laura, and I could not be happier. Like, oh my god, we got a South Asian girl debuting under HYBE. That is nuts. We're like the same race, but we're like not the same ethnicity, but I am just like freaking out that someone that looks like me is gonna debut under HYBE of all labels. So like that is really, really cool, and Laura is insanely talented. Oh my god, she's gonna carry the pipes in this girl group, and oh my god, I'm so excited because this girl was born to perform and sing, so I'm really excited to see what else she's gonna bring into the girl group, because all of her performances have been really, really amazing, and I'm just excited. I'm so excited for her. Third place went to Daniela, and I was like, at least I would say 60 to 7% sure that Daniela was gonna make it into the lineup. I feel like at first I was really unsure about whether Daniela is gonna make it or not, but Daniela is definitely like the dark horse of the competition, and I feel like she just gets better with every performance. And as the more, I would say, in early on, the more I would say the popular trainees or the trainees that got the most screen times, they got weeded out. That is when Daniela was able to like truly rise, and I'm really, really happy for her. Like, Danielle is definitely an all-rounder, and I could not be happier with her debuting. So literally no complaints, and I've voted for her for a couple of times as well because she is really that good. Okay, after that you have Yoonchae, and I was not shocked like at all. Like, I just knew from the start that Yoonchae was gonna debut.
I'm shocked. This is shocking news.
And the moment Yoonchae was introduced, I was like, this girl's gonna debut because she's a minor, and B, she's Korean. Like, I feel like that's all you need to debut in a HYBE girl group nowadays. Like, no shade, but that, like, I'm just spitting facts. Like, if you check all of their other girl groups, if you're a minor and a Korean, you're likely gonna make. I'm not shocked. If I had to pick between Nayoung and Yoonchae, I feel like Nayoung should have been in this group. Nayoung would have killed it in this group. But then again, it's kind of sad they let Nayoung go, despite how popular it was. I feel like it was like one of their biggest messed ups that they did in the show. One of the decisions that I still do not agree with. I mean, you could say that, yeah, Nayoung has like the same kind of vibes and talents as, let's say, the other fierce girls in the competition. So maybe that's the reason why they went with Yoonchae, because she has a different vibe and she's also a different age. So to appeal to different people. So that's why they chose Yoonchae, like, as a marketing thing. But again, I'm still a bit salty that we could have gotten Nayoung. So again, I love Yoonchae. Like, I love Yoonchae to death. I am so happy for her. But at the same time, I'm sick and tired of minors debuting in K-pop. Like, this is a tale old as time. Like, I'm sick and tired of talking about it, but I don't know what else to say other than that. I feel like a spot occupied by a minor, a less experienced minor on top of that, could have been given to somebody who has been working harder, especially to an older. So that's how I personally feel. 5th place went to Megan, and I was shocked. I did not see this coming. My jaw was on the ground. I could not believe that Megan just was able to make it, because I think in the previous eliminations she did not really rank high for voting. Like, she was like in the bottom 3 or sort, and I was like, I don't know. I was like, yeah, I really like Megan. Megan has impressed me since day one. She's been one of my top 6 from day one, and I even voted her in the early votings. Like, you get to choose 3 people to pick in the early voting, so I chose Megan, Laura, and Azrella. So I was not expecting Megan to debut. So I was really taken aback. I mean, the reason why Megan debuted despite not having the highest votes compared to everybody else, it's because the judges scored her really highly. So it's like 50% is based on the votes and 50% is based on the judges' score. And then she scored really high with the judges' score, which pushed her into the final lineup. So normally I would be really bitter and upset about the judges unfairly scoring a trainee despite not being that good. But here's the thing, Megan, she is really good. So I'm not upset at the judges. I am not upset at the judges because Megan hands down deserved her high score. So even if Megan took away the spot from another one of my favorite girls, I cannot be mad at her because she's that great. Okay? I mean, Megan is the main reason why my number 1 pick, Azrella, did not make it into the lineup. But again, I cannot be fully mad at Megan or the judges because Megan is insanely talented. Like, I see where they're coming from. So there is that. Because in Are You Next, the judges would rank certain trays, would score certain trays so high. And I'm like, what were the judges on when they made the decisions? But at least these judges, when they scored trainees that deserve it highly. So I think it was worth it at least. Okay, then, and then for 6th place, this is the part where everybody was just clutching their non-existent pearls. I was like, it's either gonna be Samara or Manon. I was like, it's either gonna be Samara or Manon. Like, this decision is gonna be the juiciest one. Like, because if Samara gets in, hell's gonna break loose. So when Manon made it, I was so happy. It was like a relieving moment. I mean, of course, I was upset that Emily or Azrella did not get in because I feel like I preferred them over Manon, personally, for me. So I was like, yeah, I was upset that Azrella did not get in or Emily did not get in. But you know what? Manon is still a solid pick. Manon is really popular. She's got a solid fan base. Like, people really wanted her in the final lineup. And I was surprised that HYBE actually listened to the fans. Like, I can't believe it. They actually listened to the fans. So that is nuts. Of course, and overall, I am very satisfied with the lineup, but I do still have some criticisms, and let me know if you share these criticisms or not. So if you didn't notice, 3 out of the 6 girls are all from the USA. So that alone just says which country they are focusing on catering to. I'm gonna be honest with you, this girl group for the most part is pretty freaking global. Like, it lives up to the name as a global girl group, because even if Daniela, Laura, and Megan are from the USA, ethnically they are from different ethnicities and races. So that's at least cool. But it's like, it's still kind of just, I would say, upsetting that, you know, half the girls in the team are from the US. Like, they could have picked Azrella instead of Megan. Like, they could have, to represent Australia. They could have picked Marquise to represent Thailand. And I get it. It's not always about, you know, having a country for each girl in the competition. I get it. It's like 3 out of the 6 girls were from the USA. So that kind of was like, did we really need 3 girls from the USA in the same, you know, lineup? Because I feel like at least Megan, as much as I love Megan, could have been switched out with Azrella or even Marquise. So again, that's just my hot take. Let me know what you think. Other people had issues with 3 of the 6 girls debuting who are from the USA. But here's the thing, Laura, Megan, and Daniela are all insanely talented. So again, I cannot fault it, but it is kind of weird that half the girls that they chose are from the USA. I feel like out of the 6 girls, the only girl that I would take out is Yoonchae. I mean, Yoonchae is amazing, don't get me wrong, she truly is, but if you compare her to all the other girls that got eliminated in the show that were in the top 20, I feel like Yoonchae does not even crack the top 10 for me at least. So that's what I'm saying. Like all 20 of these girls, regardless some of them are problematic or not, it does not matter. All 20 of these girls are really talented and they got chosen out of 100,000 people for a reason. But it's like, it's just really heartbreaking when somebody older like Emily or Azrella or even Marquise could have been in the lineup. So that's just what I think. Let me know what you think as well. Okay, and let's talk about the girls that did not get in. Emily, I'm really upset for Emily, but I feel like Emily was just not a contestant that was super popular amongst the voters, so that's the reason she did not get in. And I think the judges do like her, but she was just not that popular. That's why she did not get in. Then you have Marquise. Marquise is another one that I would say that her popularity kind of fluctuates, because at first I didn't see much hype for her, but lately I've been seeing hype for her. But I feel like it was a little too late. And so I feel like that's the reason Marquise did not really make it. But she did really shine in the Break Free performance, I will say that. And of course, you have Samara. Listen. Samara was guaranteed to debut before her scandal broke out. Like, she was guaranteed to debut. And HYBE, even if I don't fully agree with this decision, made the wise decision to, not really talk about the Samara thing. Because here's the thing, they not only baited the Brazilian fans so that keep tuning in for Dream Academy for Samara, and then they just used the Brazilian fans on all the attention and support they gave the show and just threw it out the window, like literally last moment. So that's kind of funny, not gonna lie, that's kind of funny. Like an entire country is mad at them, and I think it's kind of iconic, not gonna lie. And also, here's the thing, I feel like it's really funny if the Samara scandal broke out after she joined the group, then HYBE would have continued ignoring it and sweeping it under the rug, and they wouldn't have let her go. But because this scandal broke out before she debuted, HYBE just silently got rid of her, and that's kind of funny, not gonna lie. Because in the future, if any of the Cat's Eye members get into scandal, I just know HYBE will not address it. They're gonna sweep it under the rug and move on, because that's how HYBE have been handling all of their scandals. But then again, I wonder if HYBE will make Subin apologize for giving the middle finger with his toe. Like, that is such a strange scandal to be in, but I can count on Subin to deliver on that end. And finally, you have Azrella. Azrella, my god, I really got my hopes up a bit, thinking Azrella will likely make it because she is popular with the voters. Like, she's been getting a lot of votes and she has been ranking in the top 6. And if you look at the final votes, you do notice that with the voters, Azrella was in the top 6. The only reason she did not make it into the lineup is because the judges scored Megan higher than Azrella. And again, it just boils down to personal preference, who you think is much more skilled and who deserves to be in the group more. And I really am upset that Azrella is not in the group, because I feel like all of the girls minus Yoonchae, they give off like fierce vibes, and Azrella has a much more cuter side to her, so I feel like she could have added a bit more to the group, like given different sides to the group, because you've got your fierce members and you've got your cute members, and I feel like Yoonchae is gonna fulfill the role of the cute member instead. And it's just a shame, because I really wanted Azrella in the final lineup. I feel like she is just such a captivating performer, and she's got a really bright and bubbly personality, and somebody like her in the final lineup would have been the cherry on the sundae. So I am really happy for her. I don't know if Azrella is going to be debuting under HYBE or any other girl group. I just hope that, she's got a beautiful future ahead of her, because she truly deserves it. But yeah, those are my opinions on Cat's Eye's debut. Not gonna lie, this lineup, it slays. It's insane. This lineup is insanely good. Like, minus not Azrella making it, I think this lineup is fantastic, and I really, really do like it. 10 on 10 would recommend. But yeah, I feel like HYBE really learned from their mistakes of what happened with Are You Next, and they were like, let's not do that. And I'm so happy HYBE learned from their mistakes and did not do it. And a lot of people are saying that it's because Bang PD was more involved with Dream Academy like he was with Island. That's the reason the lineup is good, because let's be real, it looks like Bang PD does not care about Are You Next. That's why the lineup was the mess it is. But yeah, okay. Overall, really like the lineup, really excited for Cat's Eye, and I hope they debut them fast, because Ill It finale was like 3 or 4 months ago, and we literally have no news about Ill It's debut. Because Hyphen debuted, I think, literally right after the show ended, and yeah, they became really, really popular in 4th gen K-pop. And Ill It, it's been like, 3-4 months since their final lineup has been announced, and there's literally no teasers, no any news of when they're gonna debut or anything like that, which I don't know, that's kind of a bad move. Like, even when YG does it, like, I feel like YG can get away with it, but I don't know if HYBE can get away with it, especially since not a lot of people watched Are You Next, and the people that did watch Are You Next ended up being traumatized like me. So we'll have to see. But I just know that Cat's Eye are going to get much more attention. They're even getting a Netflix documentary coming out in summer 2024, which I am excited for. But again, yeah, that's the Dream Academy. Let me know what else you want me to cover in the future, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.